Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Anna takes things too far and Sasha gives a PI. Sasha encountered a dog named Mavis outside of Bobby's, and the dog's owner claimed to have known she was expecting. Sasha disclosed that July 23rd is her due date. Upon entering, she observed Jason conversing with Sunny. Sunny explained to Jason that he had promised the doctor that he would return in 3 months, and that he wanted to use that time to track down the person who had set his apartment on fire. As she passed by, he noticed the knowing glances from Sasha and Jason, but he kept the pregnancy a secret from Sunny. Jason didn't want Sunny to postpone the procedure or take any chances with his life. It couldn't be business as usual since something had to give, Sunny said, adding that the medication would help him recuperate for a few weeks. Before leaving, Jason reminded Sunny that he always had his back before being summoned away to the station to speak with Anna. Sasha informed Felicia about the puppy she met outdoors as she sat down at her table. "I am familiar with Mavis," Felicia cried out. According to her, Elaine, a private investigator, was Mavis' owner. Felicia went on to explain that Elaine used Mavis as a diversion to keep her targets from realizing they were telling a PI everything. Sasha called Elaine's office to inquire about her whereabouts after Felicia departed. The receptionist provided her the details after she related a story about their dogs meeting up. Martin and Elaine met in the park. She claimed that while she was unable to uncover anything suspicious regarding Michael, she could have discovered anything concerning the Quartermain kitchen. "She's a lovely woman, but she seems stupid," Elaine said. Sasha was pregnant, she added. Elaine believed that Sasha would be brimming with knowledge from the Q kitchen. Sasha trusted her, and the long shot always paid off handsomely, so she asked Marty to give her a little more time. Elaine was there when Sasha went to the park. She complied as she claimed that the baby felt easy. Martin called Elaine and asked Sasha to watch Mavis while she went to speak. Sasha let Mavis to flee when Elaine's back was turned. Elaine spotted her puppy and chased after it. Sasha heard wheels screaming and noticed there was an accident on the street, but she managed to retrieve Elaine's notepad from her purse. Admire Days, B&B, General Hospital, or other soap operas. Participate in the discussion on our SC boards. To interact with fans and start a conversation right away, click here. When Anna saw Dante at the station, she gave him the order to leave right away. She informed him that he had no other option since she would not jeopardize the case, and that he would have to leave if he wanted a job to return to. With reluctance, Dante departed. "It broke my heart to shut him out," Anna said as she joined Chase in her office. Chase acknowledged, informing Dante that Cyrus was under suspicion. Chase clarified that Dante was not only his partner but also a buddy. He revealed that Jason had threatened Cyrus and Danny had overheard and approached Cyrus. Chase understood that it all came back to him. Anna was angry at what everyone had done. She claimed that in order to prosecute Cyrus, she needed him to be alive. Following the scene at the park with Ava, Rick visited Elizabeth in the hospital to see how she was doing. "Christina may help Sunny get custody," he suggested. Elizabeth didn't believe things were all that horrible. Elizabeth would not be testifying, Rick affirmed. She was called away before he could ask her out. Chase later visited the hospital and asked Elizabeth if she had overheard Jason threatening Cyrus. He would have to rely on other witnesses, she said, as she didn't hear a word. At the hospital, Cody saw Molly boarding the elevator and followed her downstairs to express regret for his treatment of her. "You mean when you were incarcerated with a chain gang?" Molly joked. As he went on, she attempted to leave. Cody clarified, "That night I wasn't myself." Molly yelled, "You weren't someone better either." She acknowledged his apologies but claimed to be rushed. He had been preparing to speak with her and needed to finish, so he requested her to let him, but Molly hurried away and left him behind. In an attempt to be kind, Cody accompanied Molly to the roof and inquired about her issue. "Are you following me around?" she yelled. She told him that she needed to go immediately since he was unable to recognize social cues. He inquired as to whether she was in distress or needed assistance. She claimed he would leave her alone if his apology was genuine. The door was locked when Cody tried to leave. After trying the door herself, Molly screamed at Cody for failing to prop it open, but he pointed out that she hadn't done so prior to his arrival. They quarreled over his apologies and its necessity. He said that he was unable to call for assistance since he had left his phone in his coat pocket downstairs. Molly's phone's battery was dead. Molly claimed she was relieved not to be stranded out there by herself and forgiven Cody after they learned they were tied together and that Cody was freezing. Cody inquired as to Molly's purpose for being on the roof while they conversed while shivering. She claimed she didn't want to be noticed because she had asked for documents she wasn't supposed to have and didn't want to be caught in possession of them. Rick outlined all of his plans against Sunny and his strategy for winning her case. After Ava referred to him as a wicked genius, they started kissing until Sunny came on the door and demanded that they speak. Nina saw Sunny as she headed to Bobby's. Nina sat with him as he waited for Diane, who he said was stranded in court. Sunny claimed that he felt compelled to tell Nina everything that was happening since she was showing compassion over the bombing. Sunny observed, "But it just occurred to me that everyone you're close to is who I'm up against." Nina admitted that the relationship between their children was awful. She wanted to give Willow and Michael some space so they could decide what they wanted. Nina proposed that the most important thing should be what made the children happy and safe. Nina kindly informed Sunny that it was nice to see him, but Sunny claimed he had to leave. She had forgotten that Nina had come for her breakfast appointment with Ava. After learning that Drew wasn't who she had assumed he was, Nina told Ava that they were preparing for a custody battle, and that she was afraid Willow might lose the children. After telling Willow the truth, Nina revealed that she felt good about stating that she needed Nina more than anybody else. Nina was aware that everything would have been different if she had told Willow that she and Drew had been having sex. Ava agreed with Nina's choice. Ava informed her, "It's clear that Willow needs you more than she needs the truth." Ava was going to tell Nina about their connection when Rick showed up, but he cut her off. As Nina walked away, she and Rick exchanged jabs. Ava inquired if Rick didn't want anyone to know about them after they were alone. Rick made up an excuse that he couldn't represent her if their relationship was made public. Rick revealed that Liz would not support Christina's claim that Ava attempted to abduct Avery. Christina told her mother at Alexis' office that she was concerned about Danny because she believes he knows who killed Sam. She explained to her mother how Jason threatened to kill Cyrus after Danny accused him, and she became involved. And it was heard by everyone in the room. Alexis attested. Jason was unable to become involved, so Alexis claimed she needed to speak with him. Alexis asked Danny if his theory was correct, and how he discovered it as Dante entered. Dante acknowledged that it came from him. According to Christina, Jason threatened Cyrus and believed he wouldn't last a week because Danny didn't make baseless threats. Jason declined to provide Anna with any information when she questioned him at the station. He was reprimanded by her for threatening Cyrus. He informed Anna that Cyrus was shielding Danny when he put his hand on his son's shoulder. Jason ignored Anna's reminder that he had done that in front of a crowded room. He vowed to keep his son safe at any costs. When Anna brought Jason in, she needed him to be alive since she could tell he was already convinced of Cyrus' culpability. Jason was taken into custody for threatening Cyrus. Here's why there will be big fireworks on Sasha's due date. According to General Hospital spoilers, Elaine Smith, the private investigator assigned to gather information on Michael Corinthos for Martin Gray, recently tricked Sasha Gilmore Corbin. Elaine asked Sasha about her pregnancy, while diverting her attention with Mavis the dog. Let's take a moment to discuss Sasha's admission that her due date was July 23rd as a result. Although Sasha has given us an estimated time of delivery, we have a feeling that she will go into labor a little earlier. We should bear in mind that the majority of soap babies are born early. It's fair to assume that something might induce Sasha's labor earlier in the month if her baby's due date is July 23rd. Sasha's baby might instead be born around the 4th of July as a result. That might, of course, result in fireworks in a variety of ways. Sasha might find herself in an emergency position, while the rest of Port Charles celebrates with some spectacular sky displays. Perhaps Jason Morgan will even give birth to Sasha's unborn child in the future, as he is now acting as the child's fictitious father. If the show intends to make Sasha and Jason a true couple with a future together, it might be a means of bringing them closer. In any case, a daytime drama baby rarely arrives on schedule. Sasha may experience a difficult delivery in the future, because soap opera pregnancies almost usually result in a frightening birth that occurs earlier than anticipated. The stakes will undoubtedly be high for Sasha as her due date draws near after she lost Liam Corbin. According to our estimates, Sasha might get anxious if she experiences early labor, particularly if she is compelled to give birth in an unexpected location. Still, a lot of GH viewers are hoping that Sasha will give birth to a healthy child who lives. Sasha deserves a chance to become a mother, and some good news for once. Since she was hit by a car during Elaine's dog pursuit, Sasha is currently coping with worries and remorse. According to General Hospital spoilers, Sasha is in for more surprises, so keep checking back for more. Sasha admits Jason vs. Drew matchmaker Maxi. Here are the General Hospital spoilers for February 17th to 21st. Fans can anticipate a confession from Sasha Gilmore Corbin next week. Matchmaking is what Maxi Jones does. Additionally, Jason Morgan and Drew Kane Quartermain square battle. Let's discuss the upcoming developments in the ABC soap drama as you continue reading. Cyrus Renaud attacks once more. Fans should anticipate Cyrus Renaud getting ready to launch another attack next week. However, it appears that the murderer may be on the verge of his demise. Isaiah Gannon and Portia Robinson work to save a life later in the week. Cyrus's next action, though, might be his last. Dante Falconeri receives important news from Anna Devane the very following day. Rattled Willow take Corinthos. She receives an unwanted discovery, while with Willow take Corinthos. At the same time, the tension between Curtis Ashford and Drew erupts. Willow is totally unprepared for that to be happening. Willow appears to be considering doing some more flip-flopping. In a sneak peek, Willow is terrified that she might lose her case. Corbin, Sasha Gilmore admits. According to General Hospital spoilers, Sasha visits Jason, most likely to inform him about Elaine Stevens. However, toward the end of the week, Sasha confesses. Without any background, it might be anything. Could Sasha tell someone who her baby's real father is? Taking it a step further, Sasha's decision to conceal the identity of her child is ironic. Holly Sutton was recently the target of Sasha's ire for lying about her own father. February 17th to 21st, 2025. Regarding Avery Corinthos, fans might also anticipate a contract between Sonny Corinthos and Ava Jerome. Carly Spencer, however, demands the truth when Sonny visits her home. Will Sonny acknowledge that he must have a pacemaker installed? Speaking of Carly, Jack Brennan surprises her. Maxi is a matchmaker. Brooklyn Quartermain receives a romantic gesture from Harrison Chase. BLQ confronts her worries later in the week. Jason, meanwhile, makes a significant choice. This choice might permanently alter his life. Brennan and Carly are then interrupted. On Friday, the following day, Brennan finds it difficult to contain the damage. Things in Port Charles seem to be getting hotter. Who is the next person Cyrus targets? Will Cyrus fall prey himself? Will the murderer be the hero as well? If so, Nancy Lee Grahn, star of General Hospital, assaults Kamala Harris. She seemed to have reversed the roles once more. Nancy Lee Grahn, star of General Hospital, has made some intriguing remarks on former Vice President Kamala Harris. For all the information you require, continue reading below. Nancy Lee Grahn, star of General Hospital, assaults Kamala Harris. Not a single word from Clinton, Obama, Biden, and Kamala Harris, who we put all of our energy behind. Nancy, who is no longer on X because she is boycotting Elon Musk, commented on her Threads account. Isn't it time for a conversation? She went on to say, Bush has shown himself to be of no use, but at least for the others, isn't this the time to raise alarms and teach this nation what to do to stop the Republican congressional leaders who have agreed to kill us all in order to maintain their influence and power? Guys, isn't this 5 o'clock alarm time? Without a doubt, I believe it is. Naturally, a number of her supporters expressed their opinions on the subject. Kamala, hell Hillary. Rang the damn alarm bells. Some others even commented. Biden complied with your advice that he should hurry up since he was too elderly. Michelle and Barack told you, but they're black and racism is back in style. Alexis, you will need to speak with your fellow white people. This was approved by their vote. Hold on, wasn't it the Clintons, Obamas, Harris, and Bidens, among many others, who predicted and warned what would happen if voters didn't educate themselves and come out in large numbers? Said another critic. Additionally, there was this comment, I've been a longtime admirer of yours, Nancy, But please remember that everyone you mentioned is now a civilian, just like you, without an office. Sasha dogs a PI. Anna goes to extremes. The rain fell in sheets, drenching the city in a cold, unrelenting downpour. Sasha tightened the collar of her trench coat, her sharp eyes scanning the dimly lit street. She had been tailing her target for hours, and the weather was doing her no favors. But Sasha wasn't the type to give up easily. She was a private investigator, and persistence was her middle name. Her target was Anna Moreau, a woman who had recently become the subject of one of Sasha's most intriguing cases. Anna was no ordinary client or suspect, depending on how you looked at it. She was a woman of contradictions. Elegant yet ruthless, calculated yet impulsive. And now she was on the move, her actions growing more erratic by the day. Sasha had been hired by Anna's estranged husband, Daniel, who claimed Anna was spiraling out of control. At first, Sasha had dismissed it as a messy divorce case, the kind she usually avoided. But as she dug deeper, she realized there was more to Anna than met the eye. Anna wasn't just a scorned wife. She was a woman with a plan, a dangerous one. The beginning of the hunt. It all started 2 weeks ago when Daniel walked into Sasha's office. He was a nervous man, his hands trembling as he handed her a photograph of Anna. "She's not herself anymore," he said. "She's been acting strange, disappearing for days at a time. I think she's planning something bad." Sasha had heard similar stories before. Jealousy, paranoia, and fear often clouded people's judgment during divorces. But something about Daniel's desperation struck a chord with her. She took the case, promising to keep an eye on Anna and report back. At first, Anna's behavior seemed harmless. She visited art galleries, attended yoga classes, and met friends for coffee. But then Sasha noticed the small details. The way Anna always glanced over her shoulder, the burner phone she used to make calls, the late-night visits to a storage unit on the outskirts of town. Anna was hiding something, and Sasha was determined to find out what. Anna's descent. Anna Moreau had always been a woman of ambition. As a successful real estate developer, she was used to getting what she wanted. But when her marriage to Daniel began to crumble, something inside her snapped. She felt betrayed not just by Daniel but by the world. And she was determined to make everyone pay. Her plan was meticulous. She had spent months gathering information, forging alliances, and laying the groundwork for what she called her grand finale. It wasn't just about revenge. It was about sending a message. Anna wanted to expose the corruption and greed that had destroyed her life, and she was willing to do whatever it took to achieve her goal. But Anna hadn't counted on Sasha. The private investigator was like a shadow, always one step behind her. At first, Anna dismissed her as a nuisance. But as Sasha's persistence grew, so did Anna's paranoia. She began to take drastic measures, pushing herself to extremes to stay ahead. The cat-and-mouse game. Sasha's surveillance led her to an abandoned warehouse on the edge of the city. It was the kind of place no one would think to look, a perfect hiding spot for someone like Anna. Sasha parked her car a block away and approached on foot, her senses on high alert. Inside the warehouse, Anna was busy preparing for the final phase of her plan. She had gathered evidence of Daniel's illegal dealings, as well as those of his powerful associates. She planned to leak the information to the press, destroying their reputations and exposing the truth. But she knew it wouldn't be easy. Daniel and his allies would stop at nothing to silence her. As Sasha crept through the warehouse, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. She moved cautiously, her flashlight cutting through the darkness. Suddenly she heard a noise, a faint shuffling sound. She froze, her hand instinctively reaching for the stun gun in her pocket. "You're persistent, I'll give you that," a voice called out. It was Anna, her tone cold and mocking. She stepped into the light, holding a crowbar in one hand. "But you're in over your head, Sasha. This doesn't concern you." Sasha kept her distance, her eyes locked on Anna. "It does now," she replied. "Whatever you're planning, it's not worth it. You're only going to hurt yourself." Anna laughed, a bitter, hollow sound. "You don't understand. This is bigger than me. It's about justice." "Justice?" Sasha shot back. "This isn't justice, Anna. It's revenge. And it's going to destroy you." For a moment Anna hesitated. Sasha's words struck a nerve, but she quickly shook it off. "You think you can stop me?" she sneered. You're just a hired gun. You don't know what I've been through. Maybe not, Sasha admitted. But I know this isn't the answer. Let me help you. Anna's grip tightened on the crowbar. It's too late for that. The breaking point. The confrontation escalated quickly. Anna lunged at Sasha, swinging the crowbar with wild abandon. Sasha dodged, her training kicking in as she tried to disarm Anna. But Anna was fueled by desperation, her movements erratic and unpredictable. The two women struggled, their breaths coming in ragged gasps. Sasha managed to land a blow, knocking the crowbar from Anna's hand. But Anna wasn't done. She grabbed a nearby metal pipe and swung it at Sasha, narrowly missing her head. Sasha knew she had to end this before someone got hurt. She tackled Anna to the ground, pinning her arms to her sides. "Stop," she shouted. "This isn't you, Anna. You're better than this." Anna thrashed against Sasha's grip, tears streaming down her face. "You don't understand," she cried. "They took everything from me. I have nothing left." Sasha's heart ached for the woman beneath her. She could see the pain in Anna's eyes, the years of betrayal and heartbreak that had led her to this moment. "I'm sorry," Sasha said softly, "but this isn't the way." Anna's struggles slowed, her body going limp as the fight drained out of her. She looked up at Sasha, her expression a mix of anger and despair. "What do you want from me?" she whispered. "I want to help you," Sasha replied. "But you have to let me." Aftermath. In the days that followed, Sasha worked tirelessly to untangle the web of lies and deceit that had consumed Anna's life. She helped Anna turn over the evidence she had gathered to the authorities, ensuring that Daniel and his associates faced justice. It wasn't easy. Anna's actions had consequences, and she had to face them head-on. But through it all, Sasha stood by her side. She saw the good in Anna, the woman who had been pushed to the brink but hadn't completely lost herself. And Anna in turn began to see a glimmer of hope. She realized that revenge wasn't the answer, and that there was still a chance for redemption. The case took its toll on both women. Sasha had never been so emotionally invested in a client before, and Anna had to confront the darkest parts of herself. But in the end, they both emerged stronger. Anna started over, building a new life free from the shadows of her past. And Sasha continued her work as a private investigator, knowing that she had made a difference. Conclusion. The story of Sasha and Anna is one of resilience, redemption, and the power of human connection. Sasha's determination to uncover the truth and Anna's willingness to confront her demons show that even in the darkest moments, there is always a chance for change. Anna's journey to extreme serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of letting anger and pain consume us. But it also highlights the importance of compassion and understanding. Sasha's decision to help Anna, rather than simply bring her to justice, underscores the idea that everyone deserves a second chance. In the end, both women learned valuable lessons. Anna discovered that revenge is a hollow victory, and that true healing comes from within. And Sasha realized that being a private investigator isn't just about solving cases. It's about making a difference in people's lives. As the rain finally stopped and the sun broke through the clouds, Sasha stood on the steps of the courthouse, watching Anna walk away. She didn't know what the future held for either of them, but she knew one thing for certain. They had both been changed by the experience. And sometimes that's all you can ask for. Sasha's due date is fast approaching, and it's setting the stage for explosive drama that will shake everyone involved. The journey to this moment has been filled with ups and downs, emotional turmoil and life-changing decisions, making her impending labor a ticking time bomb of revelations and unexpected twists. From deep-seated family tensions to shocking secrets threatening to surface, the arrival of Sasha's baby promises to be anything but ordinary. The countdown begins. As Sasha nears her due date, anticipation builds among those closest to her. Friends and family are preparing for the joyous occasion, but not without their fair share of anxiety. Sasha herself is grappling with mixed emotions. Excitement at finally meeting her baby, fear of the unknown, and the weight of lingering conflicts that remain unresolved. Her partner, Jake, has been her rock throughout the pregnancy, but even he harbors doubts and concerns. As the baby's arrival inches closer, tensions rise between him and Sasha's overprotective mother, Miranda. Miranda has never fully approved of Jake, believing he isn't ready for the responsibility of fatherhood. Their ongoing clashes threaten to overshadow the happiness that should accompany the birth of a child. Secrets on the verge of explosion. Beyond the standard pre-baby jitters, Sasha is hiding something monumental, something that could turn her world upside down. A secret from her past looms over her like a dark cloud, and as she inches closer to labor, the likelihood of this secret being exposed grows stronger. Could it be a past relationship resurfacing? A buried family truth? Or even a shocking revelation about the baby's true paternity? Meanwhile, Sasha's best friend Olivia has been acting suspiciously. She's been holding back information that could change everything. As the due date approaches, Olivia finds herself at a crossroads. Should she keep the truth hidden for the sake of her friend's happiness, or reveal the shocking details that could send everything into chaos? A tense delivery room showdown. When Sasha finally goes into labor, the hospital becomes the setting for high-stakes drama. As she struggles through contractions, tensions boil over among those waiting outside. Miranda and Jake are at each other's throats. Olivia is nervously pacing with guilt, and an unexpected visitor arrives. Someone from Sasha's past who has the power to derail everything. As emotions run high, Sasha herself is caught in a whirlwind of pain, anticipation, and anxiety. Will the truth come out in the most inopportune moment? Will the people in her life come together for the sake of the baby, or will their differences tear them apart? The big reveal. Just when it seems like things can't get any more intense, a shocking twist changes everything. Perhaps the baby's paternity is called into question, or an estranged relative reappears with an ultimatum. Maybe a long-held family feud reignites in the delivery room, leading to a confrontation that forces Sasha to make an impossible decision. No matter the specifics, one thing is certain. Sasha's due date doesn't just mark the birth of a child. It marks the beginning of a new chapter, one that is filled with upheaval, emotional reckonings, and the kind of fireworks that no one saw coming. As the dust settles and Sasha holds her newborn in her arms, the people around her will have to face the consequences of their actions. Some relationships may be repaired, while others may be irreparably damaged. And as Sasha looks into the eyes of her baby, she'll realize that while her life has changed forever, the real journey is only just beginning.